But whether the weekend will be good for the bulls or the bears, that's something which will be decided by the course of next 30 minutes. It looks like it's going to be a bulls week completely, given the fact of a 1% rally that we have seen at the index in the week gone by. Important lines from Vodafone Idea flashing for you on the screen. So the stock is pretty much flat for now. What else is happening in the market in terms of the gainers? It continues to be MOIL actually, which is now up a solid 20%. A lot of these PSUs are actually doing well. Mazgaon Dockship up 14%, Bharat Dynamics firing away with that 12% gain, GRSC is doing quite well, BEML is up almost 8%. But within the PSUs, if I had to ask Sudip, do you see any pocket which still provides value? Because everything, right, from an OMC to a defense, everything has shot up to a very, very elevated level now, Sudip.
Well, you're absolutely right. The levels are a bit scary, but I think if you are in it for long term, there are still opportunities. I believe that the power sector still offers significant opportunity. With the electrification of the country being near complete and the power demand continuously increasing, the power-related companies in the PSU, particularly the top one, which is NTPC, has been my favorite for a very long time. It continues to remain so, and I think NTPC can be bought even at current level. Remember that beyond the traditional energy, NTPC now has a significant presence in the green energy segment as well, and at some stage probably that company will be, it will be demerged and separately listed. So I think we will see a lot of action as far as NTPC is concerned. Structurally also, it is best positioned to take the benefit of this incremental power demand with fantastic backward and forward linkages. If I have to pick up another company, probably I'll pick up coal. The demand for thermal power has shot up because the overall power demand has shot up, and Coal India's efficiency has also increased. While the auction realization and non-auction realization we can keep talking about, but the fact remains that overall demand is increasing, and Coal India is in a fantastic position to reap benefit of that reward. I don't want to comment what will happen to Coal India's performance after 20 years or 30 years, but as things stand today, I think it's a good stock to buy even at current levels.
Watch out for that, but Trent is one stock which is perhaps in focus on account of the probability of getting included in the Nifty 50 as well. So the reports which has come from IFL and Nuvama suggest that Trent is one of the likely candidates, and other than that, LTI, Mindtree as well as Divi's are the candidates which might get out of the Nifty 50, while BEL is another candidate that might get in. Those are the flow picture which the street is expecting will happen come September. But Sudip, a particular view on Trent, because the stock has been always expensive, but of late it's been delivering as well up to that level. If you haven't bought into the rally in Trent as yet, would you be a buyer here?
Careful. I think it's a fantastic company. The Zudio business has really taken them to a different level altogether, and the growth has been fantastic. You are absolutely right. They have delivered consistently, but the valuation leaves very little, margin of error, and I think not much is left on the table. So to acquire it at 4,600 plus levels, I think I'll be careful. I don't think I will recommend. If somebody is interested in the space, it probably is worthwhile to look at Aditya Birla Fashions. I think this has been a laggard for a very long time. Though they are in some kind of comparable business with Trent, they have been a laggard. But now the sharper focus is come back with demerger of the brands happening. Focus definitely will be on the retail business of Pantaloon Retail, which they have, and other formats as well. So overall, I believe that's a stock which one needs to look at because of the valuation and because of the potential, which so far has not been realized.
Welcome back. You're watching Closing Trades on ET now. We are still holding on to those levels. Looks like hopefully in the next 10 minutes or so, if we can make that dash towards 22,500 for the Nifty or so. But let's take a look at what M&M is doing at this point in time. That particular stock has seen a good comeback. In fact, yesterday it recovered from the lows after its earnings, and we are continuing to hold on to those good firm levels of about 6% or so when it comes to M&M. They surpassed that 2,500 mark as well. And Sudip, what's your take coming in on M&M, especially the commentary when it comes to the farm business? Because the management is actually sounding very positive when it comes to their farm equipment business.
Well, I think these are the two segments. One is farm equipment, as you rightly said. The other is the tractor. These needs to pick up. I think every other segment is firing and firing on all cylinders. We are expecting with a good monsoon, which is expected this year, tractors as well as farm equipment will also start showing good performance, and that will take probably M&M to further up from current levels. That's what I can say. The SUV are doing very well. The plan which they laid out, including the vehicles which are going to come up to 2030, I think is fantastic. The plan which was laid out by the management, the confidence is very clearly there as far as their SUV and the automobile business is concerned. Tractor is one segment where we need to see traction, and farm equipment is one other segment. With this, I think M&M will be in a position to outperform many other automobile stocks. If somebody is a long-term investor, I think they can still buy M&M at current levels.
Buy M&M at current levels, that's the verdict coming in. But the other space which has run up quite a bit is real estate, right? Today itself, Sobha Industries is doing quite well ahead of its earnings. And then you also have Brigade Enterprises, which is doing quite well. What about this segment, Sudip? Which are the names you think which still have seam left on the upside?
I think realty is one which is a multi-year story. We have seen some amount of upward movement for all these stocks pretty much. But well-managed realty companies with clean balance sheet will continue to perform over the next 3 to 5 years with the kind of economic growth, the kind of the business development which we are seeing will definitely have positive effect, continue to have positive effect on real estate companies. The South Indian focused real estate businesses like a Shobha or a Brigade, the growth is growth engine apart from real. The residential is also commercial. The GCCs, Global Capability Centers, which are coming up, has been a big source of business for these companies. And I think that story is going to continue. As far as the other real estate companies which are well managed, let's say Godrej Properties or Oberoi Realty, even Macrotech, I think the coming few years are going to be excellent. We have seen a lot of excitement in the upper segment of the market, but the lower segment of the market hasn't seen much excitement. We believe that the interest rates should start coming down somewhere towards the end of this fiscal. As and when that happens, we will start seeing traction in the lower end of the market as well, because housing finance rates will start coming down. And that will add another engine to the growth of the real estate companies. So we are bullish generally. If I have to pick one stock, probably I will go and pick up Godrej Properties, Oberoi Realty. DLF also can be looked at because that's also a fantastic opportunity considering the valuation at which they are available.
So that's about the valuation game in the real estate picture. But Sudip, what about the battery space? I mean, Exide had seen a stellar run after that tie-up which had come with Hyundai. And now we're just getting this exclusive voice, a rare voice at that. The MD of Amara Raja Group is saying that the focus is on the energy storage business. They have the plans to manufacture batteries to enhance storage capacity in the country. And their ask from the government is not to create roadblocks. And they mean it in the sense that some of the equipment that they need for the manufacturing actually comes from China itself. So they're asking the government not to levy those duties and make sure that the transition happens so that there's enough capacity back home itself that they can develop all of these products. They've announced a gigafactory for manufacturing of lithium-ion battery as well, and they're expecting the manufacturing to begin in 2026. Sudip, within this space, Amara Raja versus Exide, which is the one that you would pick?
Well, Exide is a couple of steps ahead with the tie-ups and all which they have announced. But I believe Amara Raja will also pick up. I think the opportunity, Anish Shah, is huge. The entire game for automobile changes from an engine to a battery in the EV world. For an EV, I think the most important thing is the battery. And the battery manufacturers will definitely play a disproportionately higher role in the EV ecosystem. Under these circumstances, our both established battery manufacturers, Exide as well as Amara Raja, will have a large scope and large opportunity. And not only they will have for domestic market, but at some stage they can look at nearby markets also for exports. So both Amara Raja and Exide does look good. Amara Raja also is getting its act together, and I'm sure they will also do well in the near future. As things stand today, Excite has already moved up quite a bit. So if I have to pick up one stock out of the two, probably I will go and pick up Amara Raja, not because it's a better company, but because I have a valuation comfort on Amara Raja at this stage.